What's worse than failing? Failing the same way 7 times. You know the pattern. New idea, massive energy. You're all in. This is it. This is the one. You work 16-hour days. You tell everyone. You can already see the finish line. Then week 3 hits. The excitement fades. The work gets boring. You start making excuses. By month 3, it's dead. Another failed project in the graveyard. And you tell yourself, next time will be different. But there's a Japanese method that makes you mathematically unstoppable. Not motivationally unstoppable. Not emotionally unstoppable. Mathematically. As in, the numbers don't lie. But here's the trap nobody tells you about. You think unstoppable means never stopping. Like some machine that just goes and goes. Wrong. That's how you burn out. That's how you fail 7 times. Unstoppable means something completely different. And a 68-year-old Japanese coffee shop owner is about to teach a serial failure exactly what that means. The stakes. You continue the cycle. Start strong. Burn bright. Quit. Repeat. Wake up at 40 with a resume of unfinished dreams. Or you learn what the Japanese have known for centuries. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. And 1% daily makes you unstoppable. Before we dive in, I want to thank every channel member and supporter who makes this content possible. You're the reason we can keep delivering these deep dives into transformation. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. And here's my question comment below. What's one thing you keep starting but never finish? Be honest. This is a judgment-free zone. Now, let me tell you about Marcus. 5:47 a.m. Marcus jolts awake. Not from an alarm. From excitement. This is it. Business idea number 8. A fitness app that gamifies workouts using AI. He's been sketching it out for 3 weeks. Today, he starts building. 34 years old. No successful business. But 7 very expensive lessons in what doesn't work. Let's walk through the graveyard. Business number 1. Specialty coffee shop. Quit month 4 when the novelty wore off. Business number 2. Online coaching for entrepreneurs. Made it 5 months before he got bored. Business number 3. E-commerce store selling Japanese minimalist goods. Dead by month 3. Business number 4. Podcast about productivity. 12 episodes. Abandoned. Business number 5. Meal prep delivery service. Burned out in 6 weeks. Business number 6. Real estate investing course. Never finished creating it. Business number 7. Freelance consulting. Couldn't maintain client relationships. Each one started the same way. Explosive energy. All-consuming focus. He'd tell his friends, "This is the one. I can feel it." Then the pattern. Week 1, 16-hour workdays. Week 2, still going hard, but cracks showing. Week 3, making excuses. Week 4, diminishing returns. Week 6 to 12, slow death spiral. But business number 8 would be different, right? Marcus opens his laptop, launches Figma, starts designing the app interface. It's beautiful. He works until PM, doesn't eat lunch, doesn't take breaks. Pure flow state. Day 2, another 14-hour day. He's coding now. The foundation is coming together. Day 3 to 12 hours. Still high on the vision. Week 2, 10-hour days. Starting to feel the fatigue, but pushing through. Week 3, Tuesday morning. Marcus stares at his laptop. He should be excited. He's 30% done with the build, but something's wrong. The fire is dimming. He recognizes this feeling. The beginning of the end. The slow erosion of give a damn. Just push through, he tells himself. This always happens. You just need discipline. Wednesday evening. His girlfriend Sarah comes over. She hasn't seen him in a week. He's been too busy building. How's the app? She asks. Good. Making progress. She's quiet for a moment. Then, Marcus, can I ask you something? Yeah. Do you actually think you'll finish this one? The question hits like a punch. What kind of question is that? A fair one. You've started 7 businesses in 5 years. You've never finished anything. Not one thing. This is different. That's what you said about the coffee shop. And the coaching program. And the I know what I said, Sarah. Then tell me. What makes this different? Because from where I'm sitting, you're already losing steam. Week 3, Marcus, same pattern. He wants to argue, but she's right. He can feel it. The excitement is gone. He's forcing himself to work now. The magic has evaporated. I'm just tired. I'll get my energy back. Sarah shakes her head. That's not how this works. You know what your problem is. You're all talk. You're great at starting. You suck at finishing. And honestly, I can't do this anymore. Do what? Watch. You quit. Again. You're not building businesses, Marcus. You're collecting expensive hobbies that you abandon. She stands up, grabs her jacket. Sarah, call me when you actually finish something. Anything. Until then, I'm done watching you spin your wheels. The door closes. Marcus sits in the silence of his apartment. 7 notion boards of revolutionary business ideas stare back at him from his screen. Each one abandoned. Each one a promise broken to himself. The painful truth settles in his chest like a weight. He's not an entrepreneur. He's not a builder. He's just a starter. Someone who gets high on new beginnings and runs when the work gets real. Week 4 of business idea. Number 8. Marcus hasn't opened the laptop in 3 days. The pattern has repeated. Again. But what if there was a mathematical way to become unstoppable? What if the Japanese had figured out something he was missing? Saturday morning. Marcus walks. No destination, just movement to escape his apartment and his thoughts. He ends up on a street he's walked 100 times. Small shops, a bookstore, a dry cleaner, and a coffee shop he's somehow never entered, despite passing it for 5 years. Yamamoto Coffee in simple lettering. Through the window, he sees an elderly Japanese man behind the counter, maybe late 60s. Gray hair, gentle movements as he prepares a pour-over. Something about the man's presence pulls Marcus inside. A bell chimes. The man looks up. Good morning. What can I make for you? Just black coffee, pour over, or espresso. Whatever you think is best. The man nods. Sit. I'll bring it to you. Marcus sits at the counter, watches the man work. Every movement is deliberate, precise, no wasted motion. He's not rushing, but he's not slow either. He's exactly as fast as he needs to be. The coffee arrives. Marcus tastes it. It's perfect. Not good. Perfect. You've been here 30 years? Marcus asks, noticing a small plaque on the wall. Established 1993. 31 this December. Same shop. Same location. 31 years. Yes. How? The word escapes before Marcus can stop it. The man studies him. How what? How do you do the same thing for 31 years? I can't do anything for 3 months without getting bored or burning out or quitting. The man's face softens. Recognition. You run at sprint speed, trying to finish a marathon. Of course, you burn out. Marcus feels seen. Exposed. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. What's your name? Marcus. I'm Yamamoto. And, Marcus, you keep failing for a very simple reason. You think progress means explosive effort. You're wrong. Then what is it? Yamamoto pulls out a small notepad. Writes 2 characters. Kaizen. Continuous improvement. But not how Americans think of improvement. You think improvement means giant leaps. Double your results. 10x your business. Transform overnight. Isn't that the goal? That's the fantasy. Japanese philosophy has different idea. 1% better each day. Marcus almost laughs. 1? That's nothing. Is it? Yamamoto's eyes have a glint. What's 1% of 100? 1. Tomorrow you have 101. Next day, you improve that 101 by 1%. Now, you have 102.01. You're not just adding 1% to 100 every day. You're improving. Yesterday's improvement. Okay, but that's still tiny progress. Yamamoto writes on the notepad. 101365 equals 37. 78. 1 better every day for 1 year makes you 37 times better. Not 37% better. 37 times better. Marcus stares at the number. Is that real? Compound mathematics. Japanese understood this in craftsman training for centuries. You want to know why I've run this shop for 31 years? Because I improve 1% constantly. My coffee recipe, my customer service, my efficiency. Small improvements compound, but 1% feels so slow, and your explosive sprints feel fast. Until you burn out and quit. Then you're at zero, forever. What's faster? Moving at 1% daily for a year, or sprinting for 3 weeks, then stopping for 9 months? Marcus has no answer. You want to be unstoppable? Yamamoto leans forward. Unstoppable doesn't mean fast. It means you never stop. 1% daily is unstoppable because it's sustainable. You can do it forever. Something clicks in Marcus's mind. All his failures. Same pattern. Explosive start. Unsustainable pace. Burnout. Quit. How do I learn this? Come back tomorrow. Same time. Let me teach you. Sunday, M. Marcus returns. Yamamoto has 2 coffees ready. Sit. Tell me about your current project. Marcus explains the fitness app, the vision, the 30% he's built, the momentum he's lost. How many hours did you work first week? Maybe 80 hours? And last week? 0. Yamamoto nods. Today, you will work on your app for 25 minutes. That's all. 25 minutes? That's nothing. You need to do 25 minutes. Set timer, work. Stop when it buzzes. But I used to do 14-hour days when I started. And where did that take you? You burned out in 3 weeks. Today, 25 minutes. Tomorrow, 25 minutes. You will do this every single day. Marcus feels resistance. This seems stupid, too small, but he has nothing else working. He goes home, sets a timer, 25 minutes, works on the app. The timer buzzes. He's just getting into flow. He wants to keep going, but he remembers, trust the system. He stops. It feels incomplete, unsatisfying, like he barely did anything. Day 2 to 25 minutes again. Still feels too small. Day 3, he messages Yamamoto, can I do more? 25 minutes feels like nothing. Response, no, trust the process. 25 minutes, no more, no less. Day 7, Marcus realizes something strange. He hasn't missed a single day. First time in 5 years, he's worked on the same project for 7 consecutive days. The work isn't exciting. It's not flow state. It's just work. 25 minutes of work, but he's showing up. Day 10, back at Yamamoto's shop. How do you feel? The old man asks, honestly, frustrated. I want to do more. Of course you do. Your brain is addicted to intensity, but intensity is why you quit. This week, we increased to 30 minutes. That's only 5 more minutes. That's your 1% improvement. Last week, 25. This week, 30. Small increase. Sustainable. Day 14, Marcus notices something unexpected. He's not feeling burnout at all, because 30 minutes isn't overwhelming. It's easy actually, which means he never negotiates with himself about doing it. This is the first principle of Kaizen. Showcase. Small improvements compound into massive change without triggering resistance. His brain doesn't fight 30 minutes. It would fight 6 hours. So he shows up every single day. Week 3 to 35 minutes daily. The app is 45% built. Slow progress, but consistent, unstoppable. Week 4, Marcus meets Yamamoto at the shop. Look at this. Marcus shows his progress. The app is actually coming together. It's not fast, but it's real. Yamamoto examines the work, nods approvingly. You're learning. But Kaizen isn't just about work. It's about systems. He pulls out a worn notebook, opens to a page filled with tiny notes, dates, measurements, adjustments. What is this? Marcus asks, my coffee recipe. Every month for 31 years, I've improved it by 0.5%. Water temperature, grind size, pour technique, tiny adjustments, compound results. You've been improving the same coffee recipe for 3 decades? Kaizen mindset. Everything can be improved. Always. Your morning routine, your sleep, your communication, your app, everything. Question everything. Improve everything. 1% at a time. Marcus's mind expands. So I should be applying this to everything? If you want to become unstoppable? Yes. Not all at once, but gradually. What else needs 1% improvement in your life? Marcus thinks. My sleep is terrible. I wake up exhausted. Then add one small improvement. Go to bed 10 minutes earlier this week. That's all. That's it? That's Kaizen. Next week, 10 more minutes earlier. In 10 weeks, you're sleeping 100 minutes more. Your energy doubles. Your work improves. Compound effect. Week 5. Marcus is working 40 minutes daily on the app. Sleeping 30 minutes more than before. Eating 1% cleaner, one vegetable added per meal. The changes feel tiny, but he's consistent, which means the compound is building. Week 6. Saturday. Marcus wakes up energized. The app is 60% done. He's on track to actually finish. Dangerous thought enters his mind. I should work extra today. Make up for lost time. Really push. He sits down, opens his laptop, sets timer for 6 hours instead of 40 minutes. Just today, he tells himself. I feel good. Why not capitalize on the energy? He works 6 hours. Gets a lot done. Feels accomplished. Sunday does 4 hours. Monday, wakes up exhausted, resentful, doesn't want to work, forces himself to do 40 minutes. Tuesday, same. Wednesday, skips entirely. The old pattern is creeping back. This is where Yamamoto teaches him the second principle. Mori wo shinai, don't overburden yourself. Thursday, Marcus goes to the shop, ashamed. I overdid it. Worked 6 hours Saturday. Now, burning out again. Yamamoto doesn't look surprised. You thought intensity would speed things up. Instead, it broke your rhythm. This is the lesson. Consistency beats intensity. Always. But I felt good. I wanted to work more. Your ego wanted to work more. Your ego wants to prove you're not doing just 40 minutes. Your ego wants to show you're different than the 7 other failed businesses. But ego burns out. System doesn't. Marcus feels the truth of it. So what do I do? Tomorrow? 40 minutes. That's all. No matter how good you feel. The system is unstoppable. Your feelings are not. Day 52. Marcus has been consistent for 7 weeks since the 6-hour mistake. App is 75% done. Closer to finishing than he's ever been with any project. Beta testers are using it. Feedback is positive. Real people are getting value. He's sitting at his desk, working his daily 45 minutes. He's up to 45 now. Added 5 minutes weekly. A thought hits him. What if I can accelerate this? Launch in a month instead of 3? The thought feels productive, ambitious. Smart.so, he works 3 hours that day, then 4 hours the next. Day 55. He wakes up and immediately feels it. The dread, the resistance, the same feeling that preceded every previous failure. He doesn't want to open his laptop. Just rest today, he tells himself. You earned it with those long sessions. Day 56. Still doesn't work. Day 57. Guilt creeping in. Day 58. The shame spiral begins. Here we go again. I'm doing it again. I'm burning out. I'm going to quit. This is number 8. I'm a failure. He doesn't go to Yamamoto's shop. Too embarrassed. Day 65. A full week without working on the app. Marcus is avoiding his laptop. Avoiding Yamamoto. Avoiding the truth. His phone buzzes. Text from Yamamoto. You're falling into old pattern. Come see me. How does he know? Marcus drags himself to the shop. It's late afternoon, empty except for Yamamoto. I messed up, Marcus says immediately. I pushed too hard. Now, can't get back into rhythm. It's happening again. Sit. Marcus sits. Tell me what you learned. That I'm undisciplined. That I can't control myself. That I'll always sabotage. No. Yamamoto's voice is firm. What did you learn about your capacity? Marcus pauses. I learned that 6 hours is too much for me. I learned that my sustainable pace is around 45 minutes. Maybe an hour max. Good. That's Hansei reflection. You didn't fail. You gathered data. Now you know where your edge is. Most people never learn their edge because they quit before testing it. But I broke my streak. I haven't worked in a week. The streak doesn't matter. The return matters. You fell down. That's part of Kaizen. The question is, will you get back up? That's where real improvement happens. Marcus feels something shift. Permission to be imperfect, to stumble, to learn. What do I do now? Day 66 starts tomorrow. 45 minutes. You're not starting over. You're continuing. You're just wiser now about your limits. Month 6. The app launches. It's not perfect. There are bugs, features missing, things Marcus wants to improve. But it's done. Finished. Released to the world. First finished project in 5 years. 500 people download it in the first week. 200 become paying users. The revenue is small, 400 monthly, but it's real. It's alive. Marcus is sitting at Yamamoto's shop, coffee in hand, staring at his phone as the user count ticks up. How do you feel? Yamamoto asks. Different. How? I don't feel like someone who starts things anymore. I feel like someone who finishes things. That's new. This is the identity shift. Not trying to be disciplined. Being someone who is disciplined. Not trying to finish. Being someone who finishes. His friend Derek meets him for lunch. Dude, I saw you launch the app. That's incredible. Congrats. Thanks. But honestly, I'm more impressed by the fact that you actually finished it. You seem different lately. Calmer. Like more solid. Marcus smiles. I learned I don't need to be intense to be effective. Derek doesn't fully understand, but he nods. Month 7. The app has 1,200 users. Marcus is improving it 1% weekly. New features, bug fixes, better UI, small improvements, constant. His phone buzzes. Sarah, hey, I saw you launched an app. Congratulations. Really? Thanks. Want to grab coffee? They meet at Yamamoto's shop. Fitting. Sarah studies him across the table. You're different. Everyone keeps saying that. Because it's true. You used to have this manic energy, like you were always about to explode. Now, you just seem unstoppable, like nothing could knock you off track. That's the goal. What changed? I learned that unstoppable doesn't mean never resting. It means never quitting. Small steps. Every day. Forever. Sarah smiles. I'm proud of you. Month 8 to 2,000 users. Revenue at $1,800 monthly. Still growing. But here's what's more important. Marcus has applied Kaizen to everything. His fitness improved 1% weekly. He's lost 15 pounds without a dramatic diet. His sleep improved. He's getting 7.5 hours consistently. His relationships improved. He texts friends 1% more often. This is the third principle of Kaizen. Can make improvement habitual. Once you make 1% improvement your default operating system, everything transforms. Marcus isn't trying to be better anymore. He is better because better became his identity. But here's what's really happening in Marcus's brain and why. Kaizen isn't just philosophy, it's neuroscience. Stanford researchers studying behavioral change discovered something critical. The brain resists massive change. When you try to transform overnight, your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, triggers threat response. Change feels dangerous, so you self-sabotage. But 1% improvements? Your brain doesn't register them as threatening. They slip under the radar. No resistance, no sabotage. This is why Marcus's 14-hour workdays failed, but 25-minute sessions worked. One triggered his brain's alarm system, the other didn't. There's more. In 2012, Dave Brailsford took over British Cycling. The team had won almost nothing in a century. His strategy? The aggregation of marginal gains. Improve everything by 1%. Bike seat design, tire weight, pillow quality in hotels, hand washing technique to reduce illness. Result? British cycling dominated the Olympics and Tour de France within 5 years. Harvard researchers studying compound growth found the same principle. Small improvements compound exponentially, not linearly. You're not improving by 365% in a year, 365 days. You're improving by 778 because you're improving yesterday's improvement. MIT scientists studying habit formation discovered that micro-habits, tiny behavioral changes, create neural pathways with minimal friction. These pathways strengthen through repetition, eventually automating the behavior. Marcus's 45-minute daily sessions became automatic. His brain stopped questioning whether to do it. It just did it. That's the power of micro-consistency. Dr. B.J. Fogg at Stanford's Behavior Design Lab proved that the best way to create lasting change is to make it tiny. Tiny behaviors don't require motivation. They require only small action, and small actions compound. Here's the neuroscience behind Marcus's transformation. His prefrontal cortex, responsible for long-term planning, strengthened through consistent small decisions. His dopamine system rewarded him for daily wins, not just big achievements. His basal ganglia encoded the improvement habit deeply, making it automatic. He didn't overcome his weakness. He engineered a system that made weakness irrelevant. The Japanese understood this centuries before we had fMRI machines. Kaizen isn't about willpower. It's about mathematics, biology, and systems. You become unstoppable not by being stronger, but by being smarter about how you build. Month 12. Marcus's app has 10,000 users, revenue at $8,000 monthly. But that's not the real story. The real story is that Marcus has applied Kaizen to every domain of his life. And now, he's teaching others. He launches Kaizen Workshop. Become unstoppable through one. First cohort, 12 people, all stuck in similar patterns as Marcus was, all trying to sprint marathons. There's Jennifer, writer, started 4 novels, finished none, always burns out at chapter 7. There's David, entrepreneur, launched 6 businesses, quit them all within 90 days. There's Michelle, fitness enthusiast, starts intense workout programs, injuries herself, quits, repeat. Marcus teaches them what Yamamoto taught him: pick one thing, improve 1% daily, trust the compound. Jennifer commits to writing 200 words daily, just 200, takes her 15 minutes. By month 8, she's written 48,000 words, first completed novel draft of her life. But more importantly, she's not an aspiring writer trying to write. She's a writer who writes. Identity shift. David commits to 1 sales call daily, just 1, 5 days per week. By month 6, he's made 120 sales calls, converted 14 clients. First profitable quarter of his entrepreneurial career. Michelle commits to 10 minutes of mobility work daily, not intense workouts, just 10 minutes of movement. By month 9, she's pain-free for the first time in years. Her body is stronger than it's been in a decade. No injuries, no burnout. This is what Marcus teaches. Kaizen isn't about the thing you're improving. It's about becoming the type of person who improves. Once you are that person, everything changes. Month 15. Sarah and Marcus are back together. Not because he succeeded, because he became someone different. They're at Yamamoto's shop. The old man is retiring, selling the shop to a young couple who've been training with him for 2 years. You're really done? Marcus asks. 33 years. Time to rest. But the coffee will continue. 1% better every month. Yamamoto smiles. You changed my life, Marcus says. No, you changed your life. I just showed you the math. Marcus looks at Sarah, at his app dashboard showing 15,000 active users. At the workshop, testimonials from people who finally finished what they started. He's not the same person who walked into the shop 15 months ago. That person was a starter. This person is a finisher. And the difference came down to one simple principle: one better. Every single day, forever. That's how you become unstoppable. So let me ask you, what have you been trying to sprint? What project, goal, dream, transformation have you been attacking with maximum intensity, only to burn out and quit within weeks? I'm guessing you know the pattern. You've lived it. Explosive start, unsustainable pace, diminishing motivation, eventual collapse, shame, repeat. Here's what you haven't tried: 1% daily improvement. Kaizen, not because it's too hard, because it feels too small. It feels insignificant. It doesn't feel like enough. But here are the numbers. 1,01365 equals 37.78. 1% better daily makes you 37 times better in 1 year. Not 37% better, 37 times better. Your brain rejects this because it sounds too slow. But ask yourself, how's the fast way working? How many times have you sprinted and quit? The Japanese figured this out centuries ago. Craftsmen, warriors, artists, they all understood. Mastery isn't built through intensity, it's built through consistency. So, here's your challenge. Pick one thing, one project, one goal, one habit. Commit to improving it 1% today, and tomorrow, and the day after. Not 100% improvement, not transformation overnight, just one. What does 1% look like? For writing, 100 words. For fitness, 5 push-ups. For business, 15 minutes of work. For learning, 1 page read. Tiny, almost embarrassingly small, but sustainable, unstoppable. Because here's the truth Marcus learned. You don't become unstoppable by never stopping. You become unstoppable by never quitting. And you never quit when the daily requirement is so small your brain can't justify resisting it. I want you to comment below right now. Public commitment. What's your 1%? What's the one thing you'll improve 1% daily starting tomorrow? Not, I'll think about it. Not, I'll try. Commit. Write it down. Because the difference between people who transform and people who dream about transforming is simple. People who transform start, and they never stop. You think you need motivation. You don't. You need a system that doesn't require motivation. You think you need discipline. You don't. You need improvements so small that discipline is irrelevant. You think you need to be unstoppable, like some superhuman machine. You don't. You need to be unstoppable, like mathematics. Consistent, compound, inevitable. If this resonates, subscribe. Hit that like button. Share this with someone who's stuck in the start and quit cycle. And remember, unstoppable doesn't mean fast. It means you never stop. 1% daily, 37x better in 1 year. That's not motivation. That's math. Be present. Walk with honor. Follow the path.